Hello everyone, how are you doing? I just wanted to start this video because we are about to pack up and go away for the weekend. We're going to Maeve's parents' house, so my in-laws' house. They are actually in London. I don't know if I've said all this already, probably not. So we're going to their house and we are, hello Whiskey, you can say Whiskey and Riley today. So we are going to their house regardless. And two of our friends are coming, Tash and Pete, which I'm so excited about. Tash is one of my best friends. She's just one of those girls that's like, she's such a lovely influence on me, but also we have everything in common. And she's just one, I've realised since becoming a mum, you have those friends, and I think I saw a quote about it. I remember reading it. It said something like, when friends accept you in every chapter of life, because of course I don't believe that people change, but I definitely know that we evolve and we grow and we learn, and that definitely is reflected in our kind of everyday habits and behavior. And for someone to accept you, like, I am so different to how I was pre-baby, not in a bad way, not in an extreme way, but I am. And it could have so easily kind of Whiskey please my love, broken off a few friendships if they didn't still align in this new chapter I'm in. But any friendships that have survived that, I just think it's pretty amazing, to be honest with you. And like I said, for friends to accept you in every chapter that you go through, and obviously likewise, I just think is something to really hold on to with every bit of strength you have. And Tash is definitely one of those friends. I have maybe 3 or 4 friends now. Now that I'm a mum, I feel like time is rare. Free time is rare, I should say. Free time is rare. So therefore, when I have that free time and I spend it with someone, it has to be worth it. And I know how that can sound a bit rude, but I mean it from a lovely place, whereby I know it's valuable. And the people that I spend the time with when I'm not with my daughter, when she's in nursery or whatever, I've really thought about it, and I'm spending time with them because I love them so dearly. Anyway, I know I'm going off on one, but basically I think you can look at it from 2 different ways. When you have a baby and you maybe refine your friendship group, you can look at it as really sad, or you can think, do you know what, the ones who are still here are almost 10 times more valuable now. So actually it really is, there are no negatives, it is only positives. But so yeah, so they're coming. The boys are playing sport all day on Saturday, so we are going to have a girly day, and we're going to go to Doddington Hall, which is a beautiful kind of estate, but then there's a farm shop as well, which obviously is my creme de la creme of life. Country wear, homeware, all that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to go there as well. I'm going to take you along with me, and yeah, we're just going to cozy up by the fire. I hate not having a log burner right now, so I'm so excited to sit in front of a fireplace and just cozy up. And I think we're going to cook some spag bol and all of that fun, gorgeous, cozy autumnal vibes. I will see you guys there. was in Nottingham. I expected to pick up the camera and do some home DIY stuff with you just now. However, my baby girl seems to have a high temperature, which I was afraid of. She hasn't been herself for a few days really. So anyway, nursery have called me and said, just let you know, high temperature, you don't have to come until it's over a certain amount, but just let you know kind of thing. Basically it's over 38, but we don't have to come collect them unless it's over 38.5. And I was like, I'm on my way. If it's over 38, 100%. If it's over, like, Etta's very much late 36 gal, she's mid 37s, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then if she's 38, I'm like having a panic attack. So I'm gonna go grab her now. I've made a booking. It is 3 o'clock on the dot. I've made a booking at the GP for 4:15, which is great, so kind of them to squeeze us in. Whenever things like that happen, I always hope that they haven't cancelled somebody else as a result, but I think they probably have to, because of Etta's age, they have to squeeze her in anyway. So I hope nobody else has been no, they won't have done. They'll just squeeze more people in, won't they? Anyway, I'm rambling, my conscience is getting the better of me, but Etta needs to be seen. So yeah, I'm really glad that the GP's booked her in for 4:15. So fingers crossed that everything is okay, kind of on the surface, and hopefully just some Calpol will sort her out. You just never know the minute as a mum, because you could just be having, like, when they're in nursery or even school, I'm assuming it's exactly the same when they're in school, you'll have obviously so many jobs to do and all this and all that, and all of a sudden it's like, your child's sick and it's like, drop absolutely everything and just go, go, go. I mean, I get maybe some parents don't drop everything and go. Obviously sometimes I guess maybe you can't, but when it's your child, like, nothing in the entire universe will come between me and collecting Etta if there's a slight worry. So I guess it's good that I haven't been able to get back to an office yet, because imagine if I was literally like on a viewing for, like, I used to do prime property in prime country homes in Knight Frank, and I saw some stunning houses and there's some high profile clients. Like, could you imagine if I was meeting like some huge actor at a beautiful home in like Wiltshire, and then I'm like, soz who's a big actor, sorry, Brad Pitt, off I go. No, do you know what I mean? Like, there's just like, there wouldn't, but your bosses wouldn't, if I was in that situation now, my boss wouldn't necessarily want me to, and then I would be in such a predicament of being like, I'm going, goodbye, and then my career, my job would be in jeopardy. Anyway, yeah, it's a hypothetical situation, of course, but it does worry me for when I do get back in, because I will never not want to drop everything to be there for my child/children. So anyway, I'm nearly there now. I will speak to you guys in a little bit. In fact, no, I'm not going to promise that. I'm going to speak to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and we're going to get back on the DIY. I have a lot to do. I also have some pretty big news for you. It's not necessarily good, but it is going to be good. So I'm excited to share it with you and get your opinion on it as well. And new beginnings, new chapters, new turns, twists and turns. Everything's gonna be okay. But yes, I will speak to you in the morning, because now I'm just sounding a bit crazy because I'm nervous, because I hope my baby's okay. Anyway, I'll speak to you guys in the morning. Hello everyone, we are back at the house and it is the next day. I'm about to have a big huge clear out and clean up. Got my hair cut as well, it's a lot shorter actually, but where have I just put that in my bag? Oh, up here. Oh, I'm already being all hectic, and I vowed not to be hectic on a video again. I'm going to have a big clear out, because the stairs up to our 3rd floor are absolutely covered in stuff, hence, because this room has become, right, so basically, I'm going to start again. This room here was going to be Etta's toddler bedroom. She was going to move up here, kind of around now, to be honest with you. But then obviously we've decided to buy something, so we realised that we were not going to do that anymore. However, there is quite a major issue with both the septic tank, the water supply. It's not on mains, it's controlled by the local farmer, and the septic tank is eroded and it's shared with next door. So all of these things aren't problems, but what they've highlighted quite major problems. So for example, the farmer who controls the water, we're thinking, well, you know, what happens if he decides to turn it off one day, and what happens if he, God forbid, you know, passes away? Who's in control of it then? All these bits of information they're not giving to us, so therefore we wanted to add an insurance policy. They didn't want to do that. The next door's house is a bit of a wreck, so we were intrigued to know what the situation was there, and it turns out that they're not even able to communicate with each other in order to sort the septic tank issue, which of course, as I keep saying, is shared. Not to mention, with the septic tank, yearly it should be emptied for maintenance, so that's also a shared cost with whoever shares the tank. So that's a major issue, major red flag, I'd say, for the future. And then the third thing is, weirdly, the electrics are controlled by next door as well, which is really weird. So 3 very, very big red flags that have only come up from doing kind of like a third level of, reports. So a building survey, and then it wanted another kind and another kind. So if we hadn't have done those extras, unfortunately at our own cost, which is devastating, then we wouldn't have found these red flags. So to cut to the chase, the deal's fallen through. So we're no longer getting that house, and I'm both devastated and actually mortified, because I've shared so much with you guys and really kind of built a bit of a series almost of getting ready for the house. Obviously I've ordered a blummin' kitchen and a utility room and an Arga and all of these things. I know there'll be a lot of people watching this who have bought a house and probably been like, ah ha ha, it's so silly to buy anything at all until you've at least exchanged, and I completely understand that. However, what I will say is, these things that I have bought I will be using in the house that we do eventually buy. Like, our search hasn't ended, we're now looking for a new house. So, but what is fun, and I'm always going to turn things to a positive, is now I get to unpack everything again and almost resettle into our house that we've been at for nearly a year now. So it's, you know, I cannot for 1 minute let things like this get me down, especially something like buying a house, because if there's ever a first world problem, is that the right saying? Yeah. First world problem, it's a house sale falling through. Like, it's not a necessity. It is not anything to cry about. People have it far worse off, that's for sure. And I'm just not going to let myself, you know, cry about it. Onwards and upwards. So I'm going to kind of be, like I said, kind of resettling into this house, restyling all of it. So this is the 3rd floor where the 5th and 6th bedroom is. As I said before, this is a big house. It's not a pretty house, but it's a big house, and I've not really utilised this top floor, so that's what we're going to be doing. This is actually going to be turned into a secondary master. My husband unfortunately snores like an absolute piece of machinery, and therefore he often ends up in a separate bedroom to me. So effectively I'm going to make this room into a secondary master, either for me or him, I'm not sure yet. Probably me, because it gets hot up here in the summertime, and I'm perfectly fine with being really hot. And yeah, so this is Etta's beautiful bed. It is not looking its best. It is a posy and pen bed, and I'll go into that later. And then we have another room here, which is kind of a half done double room. Anyway, this room particularly I'm actually going to clear out because the bed is actually broken, and we're going to put the bed in the skip, and this room's kind of going to be more like storage, so that we can free up downstairs, because downstairs has become pretty chaotic because obviously I was packing. So I thought, when I kind of was building up to talking to you guys about the fact that the house has fallen through, I thought it would be a bit of a downer on the video and on my channel and all that kind of stuff. But to be honest with you, even saying it out loud, I'm like, this can't be a negative. It's not a negative and it can't be. You know, everything happens for a reason for sure. And we wouldn't want a house that's got these weird complications. So the only sadness is that, of course, we've paid for searches, we've paid for surveys, X, Y, and Z. So of course there's been a loss of money, which, especially when you have a child, is a horrible pill to swallow, because, you know, money becomes 10 times more valuable when you've got a child, because of course everything you earn is for their future. And, you know, it's not about you anymore, it's now about their future and them having a house one day and all of that jazz. But anywho, I am now going to clear out the cupboard in this room, which is mostly bedding. But you know when you just get to the point where you've got so much bedding and you're like, why do I have so much? I definitely don't use these bits at the bottom of the pile in the cupboard, let alone the parts in the middle. I only ever grab off the top. So that's the situation I'm in. So I'm going to have a massive clear out, donate loads to charity. I'm going to be booking more house viewings and I'll take you guys with me. It's actually, a lot of people would say it's a bad time of year to look for a house around Christmas, but actually in my opinion I see it as good, because anything that hasn't sold very beginning of autumn, it's therefore a kind of stale stock, so you can often get a deal. It is a buyer's market right now, I find, and nobody knows what's going on. But to be honest with you, if something's been sat and you like the look of it, go and see it. And I feel like offers are kind of welcomed more than ever right now, not to mention everything that's going on with the government and the budgets and things like that. I think it's going to be a good market to be a buyer, not necessarily a seller, but to be a buyer. I think it's going to be a good place to be over the next few months. So I'm very confident we'll find our forever home and it's going to be amazing. But yeah, come with me for a clear out. It's going to be very satisfying, I promise. Now, the only thing is with this room and this floor is it will 100% it will 100% unveil spiders. This is the spider floor for sure. Sorry, this is not a spider, this is my dressing gown. Do you call it a robe, a dressing gown, or a house coat? I remember my nana used to call it a house coat, but I have too many knocking about. But yeah, look, I'll show you. This cupboard is just one of those doom cupboards that everything just gets stuffed into. Also, there's so much stuff that I've packed away for the house sale that we thought we were getting, to kind of save for that, reopen and be like, oh, I love this so much, and then start using it there. So there's a lot of things that we've got that we can now start using, which is also exciting. I feel like we're going to get some, it's going to feel like we've got presents out of our storage areas of the house that we were saving. And it's going to be like, oh, I forgot I bought this for the house, now I can use it. So all positives, everyone. These really, really cute pink and strawberry towels I got for Etta. I kind of had her bathroom in the summer kind of like a pink theme. However, we bought new towels from the White Company sale for the new house. So now I've got those out. So therefore these, we don't need any more. And I'm not going to store like 10 towels anymore. I feel like that kind of thing just ends up taking up all the space in the world. I'm also going to get rid of some of her old sheets. Any sheets that are like bobbly. One of our bathrooms is a green theme. So you see, you just rediscover lots of things. When it was a pink area, now I regret this. I had this lovely White Company bath mat that I dyed pink. Maybe I'll keep that just in case I go for a pink theme again. This makes me sad. I got this also from the White Company in this sale probably about a year ago. One of those gorgeous sleeping bags, but it's like the kind of gingham print. But then she doesn't A, have sleeping bags, and B, if she does wear one, she wears the foot-free ones. So that's a shame. I kind of want to save that in case I had a girl in the future. We've got loads of large muslins. I'm going to get rid of those because, you know, I just don't want to crowd up the cupboards like I say. I'm going to get rid of this bedding set. pink and white stripe purely because I've got a better quality one. I feel like if I've got two of something or have a better quality version of something, then they need to go. Etta's little newborn blankets, never letting go of those. These are lovely black watch wool blankets that I'm going to put downstairs that I was saving for the new house. Oh, nice wire hiders throwing themselves at me. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. I hope everyone's enjoying the fact that it's now becoming Christmassy. And I actually need to go downstairs in a minute and show you our Christmas tree because Etta and I decorated it yesterday. I was going to do it with you guys, but obviously I don't really want her on, you know, YouTube or the internet, no matter how little or how many people are seeing my videos. I just don't really want her to be, you know, an object of that, if you get what I mean. Although my videos are very much motherhood, I just don't want her face in it. So I definitely chose decorating the tree with her kind of freely rather than YouTube and not having her do it, therefore not to show her face, you get what I mean. So I hope that's okay. Right, I'm going to do this because this isn't going to be, it'll be satisfying, be one of those things that will be satisfying by the end, but right now it's like possibly a tad boring. So I'm going to show you the finished result. I'm hoping the pile I keep is about this big, and then I'll show you the Christmas tree. Lots of love, see you in a second. Okay, we have made a phenomenal amount of progress. So these bags here I actually haven't been through yet because I do need to keep an eye on the time and get to Cheltenham. I've got a few jobs to do there. But the stuff on top there, just two lovely canopies from Etta's bedroom that I need to iron. These here are literally the only things I'm keeping for Etta's stuff. Here we've just got nice bedding, sentimental bedding, or robes or towels. And then this is completely empty, that's empty as well. So very proud of myself, I've been very quick and cutthroat. This is all for charity, including this guy. I have four, let's call it 5 bin bags because I haven't put this stuff in yet. Bin bags of stuff for charity, which is wonderful. We are going to dismantle this bed this evening, which I'm so excited for. Just some random boxes here and a random rail. I'm confident I can get this all really nice and organised. We'll see, come on. Riley's downstairs on her own. And made a start on this as well. And yeah, feeling really good about it. I think I'm going to make this lovely. Oh, goodness me. Sorry. Picking up all the blankets that I'm bringing downstairs. Let me turn this light off. And then I got something from HomeSense the other day that I want to show you guys. Literally immediately when we found out about the house. I just wanted to get myself something to be like, it's okay. Everything happens for a reason. And it might not seem like anything special, but I adore it. So it's this unit from HomeSense, and it was only $19.99, but I'm just a sucker for a bow and anything like gorgeous gold plated. So I loved it, and there was 2 of them. And on my way through the shop to pay, honestly 4 or 5 people were like, oh my god, that's so nice. And I was like, isn't it? I was like, there's 2, and I just grabbed one because da-da-da-da-da. And then literally when I got home, bearing in mind HomeSense is like 45 minutes away, I was like, I wish I got both of them because just for each of the bathrooms, they're just so nice. They don't look cheap. They look beautiful. Goodness me. And sure enough, I said to Tom, because HomeSense is on his way out of where he works, I said, Tom, please, can you grab it? Please, please, please. So he went and it was gone. I'm so annoyed. But there is another HomeSense only kind of, I'd say maybe 15 minutes away from the other one in Gloucester. And I can't help it. It might be a waste of fuel and a journey, but I love it that much. I'm just going to go to HomeSense in Gloucester and just see if there is one there. On other news, sadly, I've had to cancel my order with Burgess Reclamation for the new house, and they've turned it into credit. So therefore I will use that when we do land on our dream house, which hopefully is in the next couple of months. I'm manifesting the dream home before spring 2026. But one thing I did do is, you can probably see me in the mirror, use some of the credit for one of these. I love a butcher's block, but I love a butcher's block kind of independent unit like this. It is absolutely stunningly beautiful. And I'm really happy about it. And to be honest with you, I'm big on having like a sign to define a certain period of life. This is definitely a sign to say, listen, have faith, you know, what's yours is coming. So that might be a very loose justification to buy a butcher's block, but you know, whatever works for me. I've also had to get rid of the dining table because when I was dismantling it, one of the legs is actually rotten. So not rotten, like it basically just broke. So we do have another one in storage which I need to get out and look at and see what condition it's in. But regardless, in the interim, unfortunately, looks like we're playing some kind of musical chairs. Right, I'm going to catch you in the car and we will go to HomeSense. Hello team. So technically it was an unsuccessful trip to HomeSense in terms of me wanting to get a second one of those little gold bow units for the wall. However, it's fine. I loved having a little browse. I'm also not giving up. Next week I will once again there's 2 HomeSenses and a TK Maxx all within like 45 minutes. So best be known, next week I'm going to do the rounds once again just to double check that another one hasn't come in or been returned or whatever it may be. So I really want it. If you see one when you're out at HomeSense, let me know. But anyway, we've had a lovely wander around Cheltenham. I haven't been into Anthropologie in such a long time. I love it there. Anthropologie is like, I think it's like the coolest shop ever. I nearly got a beanie, so I really want a black beanie. I hesitate saying black because it sounds quite intense. I think black beanie, it looks like you're about to go and like rob somewhere. But I had a black Ganni beanie a year ago and I have absolutely no idea where it's gone. I've lost it, and I do not lose things, so I'm mortified to have lost it, but I really miss it. It was almost like my comfort blanket. But the Ganni ones are like £80. I got mine from Bicester, so I think mine was 50. But then I just tried on some in Anthropologie, and this is really cool, like Copenhagen. Hope you can hear me okay with the window open. I'm the weirdest person ever. I get such extreme temperatures. Right now we've had our first bit of snow today, which is so beautiful, and it is cold today. I feel like today is the first day we've all felt the cold. But then all of a sudden I'll get really hot and bothered and uncomfortable. I think it's because all of the shops have like their heating on like full wham, obviously, for you to feel comfortable inside and stay long. But when I walk into these shops and it's like hot from being freezing cold, I get such a panic inside, like, oh my gosh, I need to take my coat off and my jumper off and, you know, regulate my temperature. But anyway, so I've had such a lovely little browse around the shops. I didn't buy anything. I was actually going to allow myself to buy something and I haven't. It's always when you're going to allow yourself to get something that you don't see things that you want, and then always when you don't have any money and you can't spend, you see like 5 things. But I'm going to go and collect Etta from nursery on my way out now, and I will catch you guys in the next video. We have some really fun few weeks coming up. Obviously, like I said earlier, I'm going to be kind of redecorating our rental house because of the house falling through, and I'm going to make it really cozy and really lovely and really put my all into it. and we're also going to do some house viewings, and then in a few weeks time I'm going to London. I lived in London for 10 years. I don't know if I've said that on this channel before, but I lived in London for 10 years and I have not been back since before Etta was born, so over 2 years, which is so strange, partly because it's so easy to get to from like the Cotswolds, like Moreton and Marsh for example, even Kingham or Cheltenham Spa. It's so easy to get to London. A lot of people actually live around here and commute to London for work anyway, but I just haven't had the opportunity to, nor have I didn't want to for a while, and then since I've wanted to, I haven't had the opportunity. Anyway, so we're going in a few weeks and I am so excited. I am so excited. I can't believe quite how much I'm looking forward to it. And I love that we're going around Christmas time. We're going at the beginning of December, just for a couple of nights, and it's going to be amazing. Anyway, that's just one of the videos to come, but I haven't even shown you my Christmas tree yet, which I will show you in the very beginning of the next video, I promise. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you here. And yeah, just thank you for kind of allowing me a space to kind of, obviously something bad has happened this week in terms of losing the house, but I think anything like that is just an opportunity to grow and look at what you've learned. Like, I have learned so much about renovating, about how to save on X, Y, and Z when you do redo a house, what not to do, what you must do when you're going through the buying process. I've learned so many lessons already, and I actually feel richer and happier and more excited for when we do eventually find the house, rather than upset, heartbroken and let down, as I potentially could have done from losing our house. So anyway, I know the quality on this clip is not going to be very good, so I'm going to leave you here and stop rambling, but love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.